Okay everybody, so on today's video I'm going to be going over what are the best practices when you are either asking for a referral or you're actually calling a professional to give them a referral, or you're talking to somebody and you're referring someone to one of your friends, family, or just someone you know. So again, the reason I want to make this video is because not only am I going to go over some of the things that I go through with the loans, I also want to go over some things that are going to be very helpful if you're a professional who, like myself, gets most of his business off of referrals. So the first thing I want to go over is when I ask for a referral, the first thing I always say is, who is somebody who would want to make sure that if they were refinancing, they were buying a house, they were selling their house, who is someone that you want to make sure that nobody takes advantage of them and that you feel would be someone that I can be of service to them, and also what do you like about them? And so when they think about it, a lot of times, every time I ask that, it's always the same thing. Well, I don't know right now, but it's a good question. I'm gonna go ahead and think about it. At that point, that's when asking for a referral, I'll ask again, because a lot of times the first initial reaction is always the same. Oh, you know what? Even with me, if someone asks me for a referral, in my mind, I automatically think, you know what? Let me think about that, and I'll definitely get back to you. But if you ask again, hey, no problem, which is, it is no problem. Take your time. But again, is there who is somebody that you would highly recommend that you could refer to me, that I can just call them and introduce myself? See, what you're doing there is the first initial question you're asking, it's gonna really, at that point, not really be thinking about who they can refer you to. It's gonna be thinking about, wow, this person is asking me for a referral. They're putting me on the spot. I can't think of anyone right now. But when I tend to ask again, what happens is, at that point, it's almost like the fog has cleared because the first initial question threw them off. So at that point, by asking again, you're going to get a different response. At that point, you may even hear a pause, some crinkling on the phone if you're talking. You're going to hear their wheels spinning. And at that point, they're going to say, more than likely, if they do have someone in mind, they're going to say, you know what, I actually do have someone. Now at that point, it's really important, I just want to emphasize this enough. What I always tell people is, if you have someone you want to refer them to me, do me a favor and don't give them my information, meaning don't give them my phone number, because I would say 10 out of 10 times, every time I hear people call me, say, Angel, my friend Joe, I was telling him all about you, how great you are. Did he call you? And I would say again, 10 out of 10 times, no, he didn't call me. Oh, he didn't call you? I can't believe it. He was so excited to call you. And not to say that he wasn't excited, or they weren't excited, or she wasn't excited about calling to make sure that they can do something or not. But what happens is life happens. Something came up, they forgot about it, and the longer time goes on, the longer they feel, oh shoot, I'm not gonna even call now. I feel embarrassed. So it happens, and I would say, again, it's really not their job. If you have somebody that you are referring to another professional, so if you're referring to me, I would ask you to let them know, hey, Angel Medina, he's the person, he's the guy. If you feel that way about me, he's going to give you a call. He's going to call you on your cell. In fact, I want to introduce him to you. Let me call him up right now. He usually answers his phone, If he doesn't answer, he calls right back. And that's the way you want to do it. And at that point, you know, you want to reach out to me. And when you speak with me, whether you're with that person or you're not, if you could just give me their key information, like name and cell phone number is really all I need. Name and cell phone number, first and last name and cell phone number. Even if you have a nickname, you know, nickname, cell phone number, as long as I can have a contact information. And then at that point, it's my job to get a hold of them at a time that's convenient for them. So again, it's not their job to be reaching out to me, calling me and say, hey, you know, so-and-so referred me to you. I'm sorry I missed, I missed you, but I'll keep calling you. No, I would say the best way to give a professional a referral. When I give a referral, what I do is I normally will talk a lot about that. Let's say I'm giving a referral to a real estate agent. I'll tell you all the things I like about them, the reason this agent is good. They're on top of it. They're going to listen to what you have. They're a great negotiator. They're going to fight for you. They're just true. A lot of times when I'm talking about somebody, I'm speaking from the heart. In fact, you know, let's give them a call right now. Let's do a three-way call, because that first initial introduction is always the toughest. So I usually try to call and do a three-way call. If that real estate doesn't answer, then at that point, I'll say, you know what, let's do this. I'm going to go ahead and give him your, give them your information. They'll be giving you a call. So if you get a phone call from this number, and I'll usually give them the number, just, you know, try and respond back to it. And if you have any challenges getting a hold of them, which I know they won't, which I say that I know you won't, you know, just let me know. So at that point, once let's say I have a buyer, I call the agent and say, hey, you know, I just tried to do a three-way call, but I just want to give you a heads up. You know, this person is interested in buying a home. Here's their phone number. And when I'm giving the referral to a real estate agent, I don't even have to say, you know, do this, do that, nor will I. I'm giving them a referral because I already know they're going to do a great job and I know I can trust them. Just like when someone gives me a referral, you don't have to, unless you want to, explain everything. You know, hey, this guy, if you want to explain some of the key things about that person, that's great. But if you're in a hurry and you just want to text me the name and number, hey Angel, I get people, hey Angel, call this person, and I'm all over it. Meaning, to me, if you're nice enough to go out of your way to give me somebody that I can help, I want to make sure that I go that extra mile and make sure and call that person and give them first class service. And every time I say like white glove service, first class service, I really mean it, because, you know, in this day and age, you'll notice that you can go anywhere, and the people who work there over the phone or in person, you're going to find different individuals, but you'll always spot that one person who takes pride in their work, who is always on top of it. You know, hey, let me do this for you. They do things that they don't really even have to do. They follow up with you. They're polite. So again, I'm always going to provide anyone that I come across. That's why if you haven't taken, I'll provide the link of my testimonials, and it's also on my channel. You know, just listen. All I say to them when I do make one of those videos, I tell them, hey, you know, can you make me a video? Can you just speak from the heart on that video? And that's all I say. I just say, you know, just speak from the heart. Because I believe that if someone does literally speak from the heart, they're truly going to say. So a lot of those video testimonials, or I would say all of them, all I said to them was, hey, can you send me a video? And when you send the video, they ask, well, what do you want me to say? And all I say is, well, speak from the heart. That's why you'll notice they don't all say the exact same thing, as if I asked them one question. So I'm not showing, like saying this or getting testimonials to brag, but really to let you know that I take a lot of pride in my work, and I definitely, anyone that I could help, even if they're not doing the loan with me, I have no problem helping that person. I felt many people do a loan and throughout the whole loan process help them and not even actually do the loan, just because I know that person needed that help, and I know that it was gonna help them, you know, tremendously. And in the future, if they need my services, they know that I'm going to be there as well. So again, just because you refer me to somebody doesn't mean they have to go with me. I'm definitely always available. So again, the best way to give someone a referral is by letting that person know, introducing them, like together in person is the best way, 3-way call, or letting them know that person is going to call them. Okay, and the best way I would say to ask for a referral is by asking twice. You know, the first time it's going to be an automatic knee-jerk reaction. You know, can't think of anyone. But when you ask the second time, something magically happens and they're able to think of someone. So again, it just helps because when someone asks me for a referral, I'm the same way. I start to draw a blank. But then if they were to ask me again, who knows? I might think about it a little bit harder. So I hope that you know, does help you if you are a professional and you do get a lot of your business from referrals. If you're an agent, if you're you know, termite inspector, a painter, a plumber, whatever you do, and if you're somebody who always wants to take their business to the next level, I'm also going to be making videos on some of the things that I make sure to do in order to you know, keep my business going, to meet more people. The biggest thing that I always try to do is to get more conversation, to meet more good people. So again, if you have someone that you know, you care about, you like, and you know, you want them to speak with me, I would ask you, don't give them my information, and please call me, text me, email me their information, and I'll make sure to provide them first-class service. Thank you so much for watching this video. Angel Medina, your lifelong mortgage advisor. Thank you.